Hey guys, wanted to show you my new GoPro 13 Black Creator Edition and the extra lenses that I bought. So I'm super excited about this thing. The main reason I upgraded, I had the GoPro 11. It's a great camera, I really like it, but it does not have very good Bluetooth capability to tie into external mics. So I've got this DJI Mic 2 system that I'm actually using right now on my iPhone, and this is the second mic. But this is able to tie into Bluetooth, and it will pair to the GoPro 13, but it would not pair to my 11 or the 12. So I'm excited about that. I do a lot of car videos and stuff, so I've got this suction cup mount that I'm going to be using. I'll put this thing on my truck, and then I can tie into one of my microphones and put it on the tailgate so you get the exhaust. Or the camera can be outside, the microphone could be inside, and I can be narrating, whatever it is. So that was my big crux or big reason to upgrade to the 13. The other big reason was the extra lenses or the external lenses. So it has a macro lens now, ultra wide, different neutral density filters. The other ones have had those too, but the macro lens is the big update on this with its own focus ring. So when you buy the Creator's Edition, you get a couple things. So you don't get the extra lenses or the ND filters, but what you do get is obviously the camera. And I'm actually going to take it out of this case. All right, so your camera comes with the standard battery door on it. In order to use the mod kit, you take the battery door off because you have to expose the USB, and then you just slide it in. You've got USB on there as well. If you can see it, there's the USB on there. There's the USB on here. They just pair up. It also comes with the microphone and this little fuzzy thing that you can take off. This just blocks the wind, which is great. And you've got this light. So it's pretty good little light. It gets really bright. And it does some flashing thing. I don't know why you would ever want that. But it also has this diffuser that you can just snap on the back. So I always like having diffused light. It kind of mellows out the shadows a little bit. Just gives it a little softer feel. So it comes with a cold shoe. You can mount it on here. It comes with this little mount thing. You can snap it on. You can put it on any other GoPro mount that you already have if you want it off to the side. If you're just out camping and you want a small light, this thing's pretty great for that too. So I'm probably going to use it for a lot of stuff, not just filming. So it also comes with this battery door. So if you wanted to not have all of this extra stuff, but still use the battery that's included, that gives you 4 extra hours of runtime on your GoPro with this little mount thing, you could put this battery door on it, which accesses the USB-C, plug this in, then you just got your GoPro on there with your battery, and you're probably pretty well watertight. I wouldn't submerge it with that. Obviously, you don't want to submerge it in this thing, but it could get rained on a little bit. It'd be a lot better than this thing getting rained on. I probably will not use this in foul weather. I'll just put the GoPro out there. So let me put this battery door back on. Let's get into the filters now. So very excited about the different filters. First, we'll start with the standard lens cover is just a clear protector for your camera lens. So to get it off, you just twist it, pull it off. Boom. That's it. Just a clear lens, nothing special. There's your camera. When you buy the extra lenses, they come in this little kit. Basically, you take the backing off. You've got this blue little, let's see here. You got this little blue circle on here, if you can even see it. I'm trying to get this in the light and have it focus. You got that blue, and then you got this one. So basically, you line them up, push it on there, twist it 90 degrees, and then you take your cover off, and they're like really good airtight covers, so they keep hair and dust and dirt out of there. Now you got your ultra wide lens on here, and they all come with, where are my little things here? Each lens thing comes with its own little cloth so you can clean it. I've got grubby fingerprints all over this stuff already. So anyway, you got your ultra wide. And that's always fun if you're out like trying to get big wide angle shots or like that, where the earth looks like it's far away from you or whatever. That's a fun thing to have. So you take it off, same way, put the back on it, you're good to go on that. Now I want to put the macro on because the macro is my favorite of the extra lenses that I got. The main reason that I upgraded, like I said. So you put this on there, and now you've got this big old macro lens on your GoPro camera. So this really expands what you can do with this, and it has a focus ring. So you can focus this for whatever you're doing. If you're doing portraits, if you're doing pictures of flowers or bugs or whatever, you can get it in focus when you're really up close, and it can go like 3 inches away. So you can take a picture of something like right here. So very excited about that. Not charged yet, but I'm going to do that later. So let me take this off now and I'll show you the ND filters. And I really like the way the covers work. You basically put the cover back on in order to take it off, so you're never getting your fingers on it. And as soon as you have it off, you put the backing back on. So they really thought about keeping the lenses well taken care of when you're changing them in and out. You've got your ND filters. So this is the ND is neutral density. So basically it's going to be even amount of light going through in every side, so you're not going to get weird vignetting on the sides or anything, but basically has a little blue square. Line that up with the blue circle and just push it on and twist. Now you've got an ND4. This is useful if you're like snowboarding and you're out, or it's really, really bright and it's a sandy beach or something like that. If it's so bright that you can't, your shutter speed's not fast enough, you're going to wash out the highlights. So this brings down the light by, this is 4 stops. You've also got an 8 stops, 16, and 32. So every stop is half. So basically, you can reduce the light. If you're going to be doing time lapses in the middle of the day, you're going to want ND filters, because time lapses, you want the shutter speed a little bit slower so it drags the picture a little bit. Otherwise, it's sharp and it looks a little bit strange. So the ND filter kit also comes with this GoPro cover for it. The camera itself doesn't come with that, which is a little bit frustrating. But I'm just going to keep it with the standard one and the cover on it. I've already got this thing on here, so all I have to do is just snap it, and it's in there. That's so cool about that. And then if you wanted to switch it to a different mount, just pinch it there, come to your other mount that you already have set up, snap it in there. Or for me, I have my suction cup one. I can just bring it over, snap it in there. Now I've got it on my suction cup mount. No screwing every time, screwing and unscrewing the little flippy things that come out every time you need to switch it around. So that's on there. Actually put it on backwards. That's on there. And then I will plug this back in here and put my light back on here. And I am in full creator mode. If I wanted to do a video, have it point at me, got my microphone. I could also tie in my DJI mic too if I wanted to. That's it. I'm excited about this. I think it's an awesome upgrade. If you have a 12 already, you're not getting much more out of the camera unless you really wanted the Bluetooth capability to have external mics and you haven't figured something else out for yourself. The other thing is the macro lens. So there's already different lens kits for the 12. You can put like an ultra wide, but I haven't seen a macro for it. So I'm going to be using this thing for tons of different stuff. I'm hoping to be able to stop using my iPhone camera while I'm doing this stuff, because a lot of times I'm starting a video and I want to look something up and I got to stop the video, look it up on my phone, start the video again. Now I can just look it up really quick on my phone while I'm videoing. That's a whole different topic. Anyway, that's it. GoPro 13, really cool camera setup. I've never had this big mod thing on any of my GoPros in the past. Like really, this is basically what I've always had in the past, just a stick with the GoPro on it, or just hook it up to suction cups. So hopefully I get a whole lot of use out of this. I'm really excited to take it out on the trails with my truck and use the Bluetooth mic separate, so I don't have to try and post-processing to get the audio synced back up, which is always a little bit of a pain to get just right. And that means like every time you start a video, you got to clap a couple times. They're on the video so you can see it. That's why they do the slate thing in movies. I didn't realize that until I started doing it myself. It gives you a spike in audio and a visual so you can line them up when you're doing it after the fact. Anyway, that's it. GoPro 13, super cool. I like it. It is expensive when you buy all the extra stuff. I mean, the Creator Edition was $5.99. The lenses were like $100 a piece. Actually, the ND filters were like 60. The lenses were 100. And then each one of these little magnet things is like another 15 or 20 bucks. So, you know, you can spend a lot on it. But to me, you're upgrading to an entirely new, basically new ecosystem. The lenses from your old GoPros aren't going to work on this. Your batteries from your old GoPros aren't going to work on this. So if you already have a 12 and you have a ton of batteries, probably stick with that. If you've got like an 11 or older and you're looking to upgrade, make the jump now. And so there was an Australian YouTuber that mentioned you're kind of future-proofing yourself by getting this now. You're getting all the mods for the GoPro 14, 15, 16 before they really make a huge change again. So that's it. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna get it set up, start going out and taking videos. All right, I'm outside in my backyard. Wanted to just put a basic, this is, actually I'm gonna show you real quick, video. That's the setup I have. I've got my tripod, I've got my camera on there with the standard lens right now. So that's what we've got going on. So this is the quality of it. This is the audio. I'm not using my external mic. This is the mic on there, and I have it set up to slow-mo. So I want to do a slow-mo of this thing, see what happens here. So that was pretty quick. We'll see if that's actually like, we'll do it this way now. And now we'll actually launch it from here and go pew. All right, so there's a little slow-mo action. We'll see what happens with that. Now I'm going to put the wide-angle lens on it and see what that looks like compared to this. All right, so this is the ultra-wide lens on there separate. Let me show you again what the setup looks like. So ultra-wide lens, same tripod, same setup, haven't moved the camera, so the exact same thing. The slow-mo on this only goes to 4 times instead of 8 times. So that's a little different, but it is what it is. Gonna do the same, you know, stretchy, kind of see slow-mo. That's it going by. We're gonna launch it. We'll see how that compares. When I was inside, I didn't see a huge difference, but we'll see what it does. Anyway, there's some noise in the background. We'll see if this thing actually blocks some of that out. There's someone using a blower. So see how that is. Next up, we're going to do the standard lens macro and then the macro lens. Okay, so I've got my regular lens on here. I'm trying to get it to focus kind of macro-y on this. I'm going to show you what the setup looks like yet again. So we'll get the camera. All right, so I moved my camera a little bit. This is the regular lens. You know, it's about 3.5 inches away, and it's blowing around a little bit, but that's part of videos. So that's my setup. Now I'm gonna put the macro lens on it and see the difference. All right, so now macro lens is on there. I've got it focused or set to focus for the closest. There's actually a picture of a person and a picture of a flower. So right now it's set up for the flower, for the closest focus point. Again, didn't move anything, still the exact same distance, everything like that, just got the macro lens on it. And like I said, it's focused for the flower, not the person. So we'll see how this comes out. We'll do a side-by-side. All right, guys, so my thoughts after the video. The macro lens to me is totally worth it. I think it did a really good job bringing the focus forward in the depth of field really close. You can really see the details of that butterfly bush flower. I had just the standard lens on, or the protector for the standard camera, the focus point was further away, and the little flower was out of focus, kind of the bokeh look, the blurred out look on it. Which, I mean, I don't know how often you're gonna use a GoPro to take a picture or video of something 3 inches away, but the macro lens gives you the ability to do that. And it uses actual lens technology, not software to do it, which I think is really cool. I have a really nice Sony mirrorless full frame camera with all the different lenses. So if I'm really gonna go out, I'm gonna take that to do micro photography. But a lot of times all I have is my GoPro in my pocket, so it's cool to have that ability. I would say I did not give the ultra wide lens a fair test in this video. If you base it just on this video, I'd say not worth it. But I didn't compare the ultra or the hyper view or the super wide mode on the regular camera to the ultra wide lens. So really bad comparison. I apologize. I'm going to do a whole nother video on the ultra wide lens because I already paid for it. I really want to like it, and I really want to think I didn't waste my money. But as of right now, kind of feel like not worth it. So once I get into the features on that, go through all the different settings, see what else it can do, I will let you know. I'll post that video tomorrow or the next day. But for the 13, the macro lens is cool. That was one of my big reasons for buying this, that and the Bluetooth. So I feel like it was totally worth it. And you could see in that last picture that the macro lens does a pretty darn good job. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.
It's over!